I made the cutest pillowcase with ruffles the other day. I had so much fun sewing this. So if you're looking for a next fun beginner-friendly sewing project, keep watching. My pillow measured 50 centimeters times 50 centimeters. So I cut one piece of fabric that was also 50 centimeters times 50 centimeters long. And for the back, because I didn't want to sew in a zipper, so I made two pieces and I wanted them to overlap. So I made them 50 centimeters wide and 35 centimeters long. And then for the ruffles, it depends a bit how much fabric you want to gather together, how long you want them to be. I decided to cut out 3 pieces of fabric that were 120 centimeters long and 15 centimeters wide. And then the first thing I did, I hemmed the short side of the 2 back pieces. That's actually a lie. It's the long side, one of the 50 centimeter long sides I hemmed. And then you move on to your ruffles. I sewed mine back together. Obviously, I could have also cut out just like one super long piece, but I didn't have that much fabric, so I split it in 3 pieces and then sewed them all back together, pressed the seam allowance open, and then I had this super long circle, and I was a bit worried at that moment that it was way too long and way too much fabric, but this was one of the trusted process kind of sewing projects. And then you want to fold it in half with the bed sides facing each other, press it flat, and then you go over to your sewing machines and you want to change the settings to a long stitch, set the stitch length to as high as possible. And then I also moved the needle to the right. And now it's very important that you don't front and back stitch. And now we can actually start gathering the fabric together. So you just pull on one of the threads. And this took me a bit of time to gather all the fabric together, pin everything in place. And then you sew all the way around, and then you take your 2 back pieces, put them on top, and also sew them onto the front piece and the ruffles. And then I also overlocked everything just because my fabric was fraying quite a lot. And that's already it. It turned out so cute, and I'm definitely going to make